Hey everyone, how you doing today? I am in a cooking kind of mood today. It's my day off, so I decided why not try to cook some of my survival food and see how it tastes. I mean, it's a good idea to know if you have to eat this survival food, the 25-year shelf life food. Is it even going to be good? How is it going to cook? What do I need to know about cooking it? So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to bring you along with me. But first of all, I got to show you this. This is my tripod that I used to use for filming. My dog ate it, so I'm going to have to jimmy rig a rubber band and try to attach my phone to this because he thinks it's a chew toy and I really need it for this cooking thing. So I'm going to try to jimmy rig with a hairband and my phone, and hopefully my phone doesn't fall off of it while I'm filming, guys. Hold on just one second. Okay, so the jimmy rigging is done, and I'm hoping that holds up. So guys, what I'm going to cook today is, this is some 25-year shelf life food that I bought, or 20-year shelf life food that I bought in 2015. Where's my, okay. So this is from 2015. I bought this when I was first starting, well, like, I started prepping in 2015, but then fell off the wagon. I think what got me into like thinking about prepping was that basically I was working an hour and a half away from where I lived, and every day on the way back home I was recording Alex Jones podcasts, actually watching them on the way home, recording them on the way there, watching them on the way home. And so I started getting into this like hardcore prepping thing. And then I kind of stopped listening to AJ. I don't know if any of you guys have listened to him, but he's kind of right about a lot of things, just saying. Anyway, I bought a bunch of this at the time. It's been 5 years, and literally I have brought this with me during 2 different moves. It's in this Mylar bag. I don't even know if it's still good, but we're going to find out today, guys. It's creamy potato soup. And like I said, brought it with me during 2 different moves. It's kind of been in like boxes and sat in my garage for a little bit, so I don't know if it's still going to be good, but we'll find out. I kind of wanted to do a test of anything that you should have in your house, you know, for grid down, or I'm sorry, just like a survival situation, things that you would have in your preps. So I got that. I have some chopped chives. I'm going to try to spruce it up. Well, I'm going to taste it just as it is without sprucing it up. And then if it's not very good, I'm going to add this. I have some chopped chives. These are dried chives that I got at Big Lots for maybe $2. And then I thought some of these would be good. Make it like a loaded potato soup. Bacon pieces. This is not real bacon. I got it for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and I have quite a few of these prepped. And then I thought I could add a can of diced potatoes if it needs to be chunkier. And this is a really weird thing to have, but this is a Velveeta sauce pack, just a little one from my son's little microwavable Velveeta shells and cheese. This was an extra one because we accidentally spilt the package of noodles all over the floor, and I didn't want this to go to waste. So I'm going to add some cheese to it too, and I think that might be good. We will find out. So first things first, I'm going to be cooking it in my Dutch oven. I'm sorry, I had laundry going, guys. I'm going to cook it in my Dutch oven because my coworkers will be eating this. If I can't eat it all, I'm going to just load this up in my car and bring it to work with me, and my coworkers can have it. So first of all, this says that it takes 8.5 cups of water. So another thing I want to know is like, okay, what does 8.5 cups of water look like? You know, you're gonna need to have water stored up to be able to make this stuff. So I have a gallon size of spring water here that's like maybe a little over half full. And I'm gonna see about what 8.5 cups of water looks like. Probably spill some over, but 1, 3, Another thing you have to think about is if you have all this dehydrated food, do you have enough water or the ability to get enough water? Was that 5? Oh, I hope so. 6. I hope I'm not off. I was talking while I was doing this. That was not a good idea. Let's see. I think that's 8. And then a half cup. And I'm just going to bring this to a boil. I'm not going to make you guys watch this water boil, even though I'm sure it would be really fun and interesting. But when that starts boiling, I will come back. I will add my pack to it. This will be the first time I open this in 5 years, so we'll see how this Mylar bag holds up and if it looks like it's okay. It doesn't, like I tried pushing on it to see if any air would come out. It does not feel like there's been any, you know, compromising of the air getting in or anything, so should be good to go. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Okay, my water is at a nice rolling boil right now, so I'm going to cut open my survival food. Oh yeah, do not forget to take out this thing, the oxygen absorber. This is what it looks like, guys. Just looks like powder. So I'm going to put it in there, stir it up, and then turn it down to low heat. It says to whisk it in, but guys, I hate cleaning whisks. I hate washing whisks just about as bad as I hate folding fitted sheets. I don't know about you, but those are 2 of my pet peeves. Let's see if I can get you in here to see. Oh man, my Jimmy rigged camera system's not working too well. See it? So I'm going to turn this down to low. And then it doesn't say to cover it, so I'm not going to cover it. You can see like dehydrated chunks of, I guess, potatoes in there. I'm gonna be honest, right now it doesn't look like the most appetizing thing I've ever seen. And I'm not sure if those are potato chunks or it's just not mixing in very well. So, let's see. See how chunky it is? I don't know what that is. See if I can mush it in. I'm gonna see what I can do with this, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this has been sitting here for 5 or 6 minutes, and I was kind of freaked out at first, but I think it's looking a little bit better. The chunks have kind of absorbed more water and turned into kind of what resembles potatoes. So it's looking nicer now. I'm going to let it simmer for another 5 minutes or so and see if all the water is absorbed into the potatoes and it starts to look a little nicer. I'll be back again. Okay guys, so the package said to turn it to low and let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. I decided to go 15 minutes just because I wanted to make sure all the potatoes were absorbed fully the water that it was in. I don't know how you describe that, but I want to make sure they were fully rehydrated. So I went to 15 minutes and it looks pretty good, guys. This is survival food. I mean, I guess the idea behind it is you're not going to starve, but I did want to test it out just to see what it would taste like because I've never, honestly, tested any of my survival food. The stuff, you know, that's 20, 25 year shelf life. So I'm going to put this in a little bowl, taste it. Actually, I'm not even going to bother putting it in a bowl. I'm just going to taste it as is and then see how I need to doctor it up from here. I literally haven't added anything, not salt, not pepper. So let's see. It's probably going to burn my mouth. I guess I'll find out if the potatoes are reconstituted enough. mean, it's kind of plain. I don't know. It doesn't have a whole lot of spices. And guys, I don't even know what brand this is because I didn't save the packaging from it. So I'm not going to say this is from any particular company because I don't even remember what company I bought this from. It's been 5 years. And possibly in the time that I let it sit in my garage, you're not supposed to let it sit in like warm temperatures. That might have messed it up a little bit. But it's edible. It tastes okay. And I think I could probably stand to add some seasoning. And the potatoes don't, they're not fully constituted, reconstituted, whatever the word is. So I think I am going to let this sit for maybe 5 more minutes. I said 10 to 15. Let me do 20 or 25. That way they can absorb all the water. And then I'm going to doctor it up a little bit if you guys care to hang around for that. Okay, I decided that before I let it simmer for 5 more minutes, I'm going to add my additional ingredients and then let it simmer. So, of course, pepper. I love pepper on everything and tons of it. And this should be something that you have in your prepper pantry anyway. I'm serious when I mean I like pepper a lot. So. Okay. I'll probably add more in a little bit. I'm going to do some of these chopped chives, these dried chives. I don't know, maybe a couple tablespoons. I don't know if it's going to give it much flavor, but it'll look pretty. There we go. And then some bacon bits. I don't think it needs any more salt. Maybe just a dash, not too much. And then I'm going to add these bacon bits, or bacon pieces, I'm sorry. Applewood smoked. Bacon makes everything better. Unless you don't eat bacon, then it won't make anything better. So, let's see. Just adding in there till it looks pretty. Really, I would like to add real bacon to it, but I'm pretending that all I have is like this long-term stuff, long-term food storage stuff. I don't think I'm going to do the canned extra diced tomatoes, but just for the heck of it, I'm going to add this thing of Velveeta cheese because I think that'll give it a little kick. Hopefully it melts in there good. I'm going to let this sit for another 5 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes. And maybe some salt. I know you're supposed to like taste before you keep adding, but looks good to me. Stir that all in. Okay, it's getting pretty thick now. I like the looks of it. Kind of incorporate all that in there, mix it evenly, and then I'll let it sit. This will feed a lot of people. Like, it's just me and my son. So one of these bags I could really feed a couple of my neighbors too. If they decided that they wanted to come over. I think you can kind of see that. There you go. Let that sit for a little bit longer, and then hopefully the flavors will get absorbed in there. I am going to add more pepper, and then I will be back to let you know how it tastes. Okay guys, I waited a little bit longer and let all my additional things kind of soak in there and get the flavor going good. The soup has really thickened up. Now it kind of looks like loaded baked potato soup. And try a little bit of it. Here, let me just get my spoon in there. I added a ton of pepper, like a ton of pepper, and I added some garlic powder too, because garlic and pepper make everything delicious. Oh yeah, that tastes a whole lot better. Okay, I could do that. And I might top it with some more shredded cheese when I eat it. But anyway, guys, the reason I wanted to do this little experiment is because if you're storing up long-term food storage, I can't talk, type foods, you want to know first how much water is it going to take to cook it. If you don't have your home stove to cook it on and you're using gas on a little gas stove, how much gas are you going to burn actually boiling the water and then letting this simmer? And let me tell you, it was a long process. You know, a little over 10 minutes to get the water boiling, and then I let it simmer for another 20 minutes. That's a lot of gas that you'd be burning. And you want to know if it's even edible, if it's going to taste good, if you're going to like it. I would really enjoy this, especially if I was starving and I had nothing. I'm going to have a little bowl of it right now, actually, and put some shredded cheese on it, maybe a dollop of sour cream. But yeah, guys, if you're storing up long-term food storage, dehydrated type stuff, test it out. See if you like it. Make sure it's not going to be something that you're just like testing for the first time when you're in an SHTF situation. You want to make sure you have some practice with it. Now I know that this stuff does not taste very good unless you add seasoning to it. So I'm going to make sure to have extra spices, pepper, that kind of thing to season these foods because they're kind of bland, to be honest. But thank you guys for joining me for another video, and I will see you on the next one. I always forget to say this, by the way. Be sure to like and subscribe so you'll see the next video. Everybody take care. Bye.